first off, we're going to go into this is probably one of the older topics or news topics that we have, but in terms of importance, this was like a huge deal when it happened. But if you guys don't know, the UK blocked Microsoft's $69 billion Activision
69.
deal. 60, good one. But let me see. Let's see. I had some quickie notes here. So they basically claimed that they were blocking it. They made sure to emphasize this is not because of Xbox possibly gaining Call of Duty. This was more concerns that it would hinder competition within cloud gaming.
Well, it still was about Call of Duty a little bit.
Well, no, I'm saying I think everyone agrees, but I'm just saying they claimed it was about cloud gaming competition or something.
Yeah. Well, when I say that, have we started the timer already?
Yeah, it's already going. Yeah,
okay. Because they were saying, okay, so cloud, issue with cloud competition, specifically because then on Microsoft platform, on their cloud platform, they would have access to Call of Duty and Blizzard games. So it was still about those games, giving them an unfair advantage. I don't know. I mean, I think most people have already kind of gone through this and agree that out of everything they could have kind of stood their ground on and called out Microsoft for, that's like the worst route to go. Like most of the even other cloud companies out there were not arguing that this would be an issue. They were, if anything, in support of Microsoft moving forward for whatever reason. They might have been paid on side deals to really know for sure what's going on there, but I don't know. This is shaky ground that I think they're standing on. I know Microsoft's trying to appeal, but to my knowledge, it's really hard to appeal anything from the CMA. So I don't know. Do you think this just straight out is going to block the deal, period, or do you think Microsoft's going to push forward, try to get approval in other areas, and then just not sell in the UK? I mean,
well, that's one of the big things that I've heard on a podcast is some people were saying that now they think Xbox could possibly, like you're saying, block some features to products in the UK or something. Which it's like, I mean, would that be legal? Like, what features are we talking? Like,
well, I don't know if it'd be so much features, but they could stop selling
just straight up. Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I mean, and I am not an expert in any of these matters, but to my understanding, like, the whole point of these regulatory bodies is to dictate how companies work within their borders, right? So this is a UK specific regulating body. So if they block Microsoft, okay, so Microsoft can't do business in that format in their their country, but Microsoft can do whatever they want other places. So I don't know. It's an odd thing. Now, will Microsoft want to go that route?
Well, it's also like the two companies are also not UK based companies, so it's like the UK blocking American based companies from engulfing one another, and it's like,
well, that doesn't matter because Microsoft is a global company. I mean, it's based in America, but they do business worldwide. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they are doing business in the UK. The UK has a right to dictate how they do business within their borders. So, I mean, it makes sense. I guess the thing here is, let's say that the EU, so the rest of Europe, they let it go through. And then let's say the States let it go through, which we're not sure if the FTC is going to let that happen anyway. But if we assume every other regulating body says, okay, go ahead, Microsoft, does Microsoft go ahead with this and then just not sell games in the UK? Like, is that a big enough piece of the pie that's going to matter to them? Like, UK's big. It's not the biggest piece of the pie, but for Microsoft, it might be big enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly the ramifications of any of this. Like, I really... because I don't know if I'll talk about it after this, but there was a deal they made with like a Spanish company in order to bring cloud gaming, to more platforms over there. So it's like, is that something Microsoft could start pulling? Is features related to cloud gaming because it's
hard to know what this is really going to block feature wise. Like, this just straight up like prevent Microsoft from doing business over there if they do this merger?
Well, that would seem like the most drastic
Activision
thing.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the extent of the stipulations that this is going to bring with it. All they know is they're trying to block this deal, but any other, obligations after that fact, who knows? Do you guys think that the other regulating bodies are going to approve now? Like, is the EU going to be like, okay? Is the FTC going to be okay? Or are they going to follow suit like the CMA and just now straight up block it? Because the FTC already has issues with it.
I don't know. I don't know enough about how how those companies work together. Like, I don't know if they're. I mean, I'm gonna assume they're definitely communicating with one another and all gonna come to.
I don't know if they would. I don't know. There are separate regulating bodies. Like FTC is America, EU is Europe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're like passing notes to each other, like don't let them do it.
I just know all I know is that Xbox and Microsoft right now, in terms of the Xbox ecosystem, are hurting right now, and it seems like with Redfall, which is another topic we'll go into, but like
we can go into it now.
Unless no, we can go right into it.
Do you want to say anything about the?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen next.
Okay, so yeah.